You know not to compare yourself. You know every artist has a different voice, and still you see something breathtaking and suddenly you spiral. You've traded inspiration for comparison again. Why does this cycle keep happening, and how do we finally break it? Hi, I'm April Quas, the Breath Artist. Here on this channel, we talk about creativity, clarity, and how to build a life that reflects your true essence, not the version that's constantly second guessing. But I've got to be honest with you, just last week, I fell straight into that comparison trap, the one that I'd like to think I've outgrown, the one that I teach people how to avoid, the one that is nothing but a waste of time. Yep, that one. I was doing some simple research to improve my YouTube videos. Nothing major, just asking a friend to help me figure out what some of the buttons do in DaVinci Resolve. That's where I do a lot of my editing. There are a lot of buttons with a lot of names. And video, not my medium. It's tech, it's timeline, it's numbers, and stuff that makes my brain feel like it's back in high school math class again. But I figured, hey, video, it's an art, right? And maybe if I just learned some of the tricks, I might start to feel more confident. So my friend sent me a tutorial. It was incredible, like a work of art in itself. And it was just a tutorial. The lighting, cinematic. The cuts, seamless. The pacing, the transitions, the way it told the story about tutorials with zero friction. It was pure mastery. It was a tutorial. I would love to tell you that I was insanely inspired, but what I actually felt was defeated, jealous, and immediately flooded with full-blown doubt. That voice kicked in before I even realized it. Who am I for making videos? How could I ever make something that freaking good? And I was thinking I should probably give up. Yep, give up. That's it. Why try? One click meant to help me grow turned into this full-blown spiral of why even bother. I know this loop. Inspiration, doubt, repeat. Inspiration, doubt, repeat. This isn't my first go around, and it's a loop that, well, keeps looping back. And it always starts with something beautiful. I see a picture of art, a performance, a post, and it just stops me. It's breathtaking, it's bold, it's moving, it's original. You know, it makes something stir. And you want to rise, and you want to play bigger, and you want to learn from it. But before you even get a chance, doubt comes in, crashing the whole freaking party. And it comes crashing hard. And just like that, you're no longer feeling the call to create. You're feeling the ache of not enough. Your thoughts shift from, that was incredible, to, what's the point? Why am I doing this? Why would anyone care about my version when that version's so good? And the worst part, you know better. I know better. We've read the books. We've watched the videos. I've made some of the videos. We've taken courses, maybe even hosted some of the workshops. You've said the words, don't compare. Everyone's path is different. I'm building this whole channel on those words. But the trap is sneaky, and it doesn't show up wearing a sign that says comparison ahead. It shows up wearing wonder. And when wonder flips into worthlessness, we need a different kind of awareness. So here's 3 things I've come to understand after walking this loop more times than I'd like to admit. The first one, inspiration and comparison ride the same neural highway. They both light up your brain, but one invites action while the other one is stealing it. The difference between the two, permission. Inspiration says, you should try this. Comparison says, you're never gonna measure up, don't bother. So next time you're moved by someone else's greatness, take a moment to pause and ask, am I letting this expand me or shut me down? Number 2, jealousy is a compass, it's not a curse. That ping you feel inside, that's not actually a bad thing. It's your system recognizing a possibility of something you haven't claimed yet. Jealousy says, that's close to what I want. So listen, follow that thread. What does it make you long for? That longing, it's a breadcrumb. Number 3 is that doubt thrives in isolation. When you're in your head, the voice of doubt gets really freaking loud. But when you create anyway, when you stay in the process, not as a performance, you can remember. You remember that your worth isn't earned through being the best. It's expressed through being honest. And if you're honest, your art is already doing the job. Even if no one sees it, even if it's messy, even if it doesn't measure up. Because art isn't a ladder, it's a map. And the map only works if it reflects where you actually are. If you've fallen into this trap too, welcome. You're not broken. You're wired for awe, and awe will always bring risk. The risk of vulnerability and the risk of feeling small.
But you're not small.
You're in the middle of remembering. If this hits home, drop a comment below. What's one moment that you can remember that inspiration flipped into doubt, and what did it teach you? Your comments start conversations, and we get to grow together. So if this speaks to you, please leave a comment. Click like so I know you're here. Subscribe so we can keep growing together, and share this with a friend who needs to hear this too. Then you can grab my free course, High Heels and Wings. It's a playful but powerful invitation to ditch the labels that never fit and claim the wings that do. Because your worth isn't something you have to prove, it's something you have to remember. And this is how we build a worth dynasty together.